What if I told you that just $100 a month could completely change your financial future? Most people believe investing is only for the wealthy. They think you need thousands of dollars to get started. But the truth is, building wealth is often less about how much money you start with and more about how consistently you invest. So today, we're going to answer a simple question. What happens if you invest $100 every month for the next 10 years? The answer might surprise you. Let's start with the basics. $100 per month doesn't sound like much. Many people spend that amount on subscriptions, takeout food, or small purchases they barely remember a week later. But investing works differently. When you invest, your money doesn't just sit there, it has the potential to grow. And over time, that growth can begin generating even more growth. This is known as compound growth, and it's one of the most powerful concepts in personal finance. Imagine planting a small seed. At first, nothing seems to happen. Days pass, then weeks. The growth appears slow, but eventually, that tiny seed becomes a tree. Investing works in a very similar way. Now, let's look at the numbers. If you invest $100 every month, you'll contribute $1,200 each year. Over 10 years, you would personally invest $12,000. That's your contribution. But here's where things get interesting. If your investments grow over time, your final balance can become much larger than the amount you put in. Let's look at a few examples. In a lower growth scenario, your money grows steadily over the years. In a moderate growth scenario, the results become even more impressive. And in a stronger growth scenario, the gap between what you invested and what you end up with becomes larger and larger. The key lesson isn't the exact number. The key lesson is that time and consistency can become incredibly powerful when combined. Unfortunately, most people never experience this. Why? Because they wait. They wait for the perfect time. They wait until they have more money. They wait until they understand everything about investing. And while they're waiting, time keeps moving forward. The reality is that starting early is often more important than starting big. A person who invests small amounts consistently for years can sometimes outperform someone who starts later with much larger amounts. Of course, investing isn't always exciting. Some months the market goes up. Some months it goes down. Sometimes financial news creates fear. Sometimes headlines make it seem like the world is ending. But successful investors understand something important. Short-term noise is normal. Long-term discipline is what matters. Instead of trying to predict every market movement, many investors focus on staying consistent. They keep investing. Month after month, year after year, they don't let emotions control their decisions. And that's where many people gain an advantage, not through luck, not through secret strategies, but through patience and consistency. Now imagine yourself 10 years from today. You open your investment account. You look back at the small decision you made years earlier. Just $100 per month. Nothing dramatic, nothing flashy, just a simple habit repeated over and over again. And because you stayed consistent, you've built something meaningful. That's the real power of investing. Not getting rich overnight, not chasing the next hot trend, but steadily building wealth over time. The biggest mistake many people make is believing they need to start with a huge amount of money. In reality, the most important step is often simply getting started, because every year you delay is a year that your money loses the opportunity to grow. So the question isn't whether $100 per month is enough. The better question is, what could happen if you never start at all? Small actions repeated consistently can lead to extraordinary results. Start small, stay patient, stay consistent. Alien advice.
Remember, wealth isn't built in a day, it's built by small decisions repeated for years.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing for more investing and personal finance content. And remember, your future wealth is built by the decisions you make today.